Solitaire video. Tonight we continue our journey to 1000 with the bicycle Gypsy witch fortune telling playing cards. What a mouthful. Anyway, let's give a little reading of this box. First introduced in 1903, Gypsy witch fortune telling playing cards are one of the most widely recognized and popular fortune telling decks in the United States. The Gypsy Witch deck contains jokers and can be used for traditional card games as well as cardomancy. I'm guessing something like, ooh, I like that a lot. What was I gonna say? Like tarot reading. Anyway, let's put these to the side in their box and let's get ready for a night of cards. How are you doing? I hope well, of course. And if you're sitting there laying down, whichever it may be, thinking, what is a gypsy? Well, through my quick little search, let me explain. To my understanding, a gypsy is a noun classified as a person that originated in Southeast Asia who was able to speak Hindi, that traveled across to North and South America to where they would live, and those are classified as gypsies. Don't know why. Interesting word, sounds offensive, but the adjective for a gypsy is someone who is free-spirited in life. So with that, there is some positivity. Alright, let's deal out this deck. I was always under the impression of gypsy kind of being a stereotype word. But you know what? Who knows? I guess anything said with enough malice can seem offensive. But besides that, let's just get into tonight's games, and I'm very curious what these sentences on the cards represent, and we'll do a quick reading on one of those shortly. But let's see which plays we have to make to start our night. Alright, let's do it. Oh, wait a second. There we are. Good. And let's just go straight into it. Here we go. The railroad forecasts a long journey, if near 44, a serious accident, if near 29, a robbery. Two more after this. This card represents the lady whose fortune is being told, and all other cards affected to a degree in accordance to their relative proximity. When a lady's fortune is being told, number 19 has no significance in the layout. Interesting. The fox is close proximity. Aggers. Distrust of acquaintance who are seeking to betray you. Distance. Less danger. Distant, less danger. Obviously, they're a bit old-styled. And lastly, the bear is a sign of successful speculations. Well, bear market, for those of you who understand that. Interesting. I'm probably going to go on my own and read through these later. If you were to live down, not down, back, let's say 150 years ago, would you go to fortune tellers or gypsy witches, as this deck calls them? For me, as maybe it might not seem, I am not a superstitious person, and I would not think I would go back and do something as such. I guess I should say in all seriousness, because some things are just worth trying out. Just get our stacks going. And we are set to move on. Alright, we need a red 8, which I'm not sure we will get. Oh, just missed one of them. Yeah, it felt like there were a lot of black cards in our hand, and with that, that is the end of our first game. Nowhere for that 2. Nowhere for that 5. Nowhere for that king. 7. 9 or 7. On to our second game. And let's see which cards were left unturned in this one. It's interesting how different numbers are out of order. I wonder why. Double 8s. Double queens. Double jacks. Double 4s. Wait, I think I said that already. I guess not. Double aces. Let's move on to the second one. I think Gypsy is commonly recognized from the movie Borat. Besides from them, the closest time I could think of it being used is referring to a circus, or those old fortune-telling machines, where you would put in a quarter or something, and you would get a little piece of paper, or maybe it would talk to you. You know what I'm talking about? Dressed like the genie from Aladdin, but a person. Here we go. Just trying to make sure I deal it just right. At least we have a play to start off this game. Always look for the bright side. Wow, that's a little tight. I was not expecting that. I swear we could have played that earlier, but I guess I was wrong. Are any of you trying to read the cards while this is going on, or you just kind of gave up on it? Right now I'm trying to read them, but at the same time I'm feeling like it's kind of pointless. All I get is 2 words through about before we move on to our next play. And then it also distracts from what is going on besides the draw. Alright. Another 10. Another 9. 7, there we go. I keep looking at the cards thinking plays are happening, but quickly realizing it's the wrong color. I was about to say maybe it's the color of the print on the cards or the pictures, but that doesn't make too much sets. Last chance. And that is it for our second game. So a quick double check. As there's nowhere for that 5, nowhere for that 8, nowhere for that king, nowhere for that jack, and lastly, nowhere for that king. So time to clean up and move on to our third game of the night. And as we do this, time for a little deck review after flipping these cards. Double aces, double queens, triple queens, double fours, triple fours. So triple queens on the Gypsy deck. Not surprising. Double sixes, double aces. Nope. Make that triple aces. Make that triple sixes. And double fives. Wow. Are there 4 triplets in there? So triple sixes, triple queens, triple aces, triple fours. 6 ace, queen, 4. That is quite remarkable. And someone out there is thinking, that's not coincidental. And maybe they're right. But I don't think that's ever happened before. And as we shuffle up this deck, quick question before the deck review. Do any of you believe in card readings? Or what are your thoughts on card readings if it is more against it? And now time for our deck review. So surprisingly, well, first off, the box. The box made the deck seem like it would be of poorer quality. But on the other hand, it was actually very good. These cards are very well made, well cut, no rough edges. Very easy to grip and maneuver. If anything, they're maybe not meant to be played with a lot, as I feel a slight bend in the creasing. The design, you know, it's faulty because it's not the same each direction. It is a little nice though, subtle and sweet. What else? The cards, they're very interesting, more informative or trivial than other decks. Depending on who you are, could be a treat, it could be a bit of a pain. For me, it's kind of splitting the middle. So with all of that being said, I think we're going to have to settle for a 6 on this deck. Well, let me think about that. Is this better than an average deck of cards? An average deck of cards I would play with pretty much every time. This deck, I cannot do that. An average deck of cards has art design that is fairly distinguishable and easier to see than besides just in the corners. This kinda lacks in that department. An average deck of cards looks like an average deck of cards for this case. I think I'm picking over the average deck. So despite what I just said, I think this will be a 5 out of 10. Mainly on the fact that an average deck of cards is just about the same as this. Gotta give it some points for effort though. But not my jib. Oh, I'm so stupid. I think we might come back to it. And for me, I know I'm a little distracted the same misplay twice. Alright. Little bit of a new game here. And with that, we move on to our silent game of the night. As there's nowhere for that 5, nowhere for that 6, nowhere for that 3, 9, and lastly, queen. All we can do is move over that 2, but with that, no more plays left to be made. Kinda disappointing, but you know what? That's why we play 5. And let's see how we do in our silent game. But first, let's do another check of the unturned cards. Double aces, double sevens, double sixes, and that's it. Talk to you later. surprisingly tough game that was. Well, I guess we're on to our final game of the night. Was not expecting that. It felt like we had enough momentum to carry us through maybe to the end. But that stopped a little abruptly, in my opinion. Okay. Let's do our final start. 28, 27, 26, 25, 24, 23, 22, 21, 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. That's a rough start. Let's see if we can work through it. For whatever reason with these cards, it feels like you're always losing. There we go, Ace of Hearts. At least we got something going. Add the 5. Add the 10. Add the 2. Alrighty. Almost moved on a bit early there, but we are still good. It just takes one card to make a change. Will never cease to amaze me how apparent that is sometimes. Lots of doubles in there. Thank you. Now show us something. We need that, and we need that. Get that queen down. 8 to follow. 2 cards making a world of a difference at the moment. 4 and a fat stack. I'm not sure if it's our first or second, but whatever it is for sure welcomed, and my goodness, what a roll. And still nowhere for that 5. Funny. I have a feeling we're missing some jacks. In our hand, I should say. Well, make it 1 jack. And it looks like we're just gonna have to build and go early to have our best shot at this one. 4 and 4 again. 5. Jack. There we go. 10. 9. 6. 3. Ooh, nowhere for that 10. That's surprising. There's the jack, and we will move that 10. a second. Oh, thank goodness. 10, 7, and we are stuck with a 5. Don't tell me the same thing happened. Back-to-back games. 6. We're gonna give it our best. 7. We can't put down this 5, and that blocks us off from getting to that 8 or that 7. So unfortunately, we end just a little bit short once again. Tough games. Not bad, but just felt a little extra hard tonight. Anyway, my friend, let's check out the final 4. And let's get some sleep. Nothing special, 369 king, bit of a pattern. And with that, we are officially done. One step closer to 1000. And my goodness, my eyes are half awake. So my friend, please have yourself a relaxing remainder of your night. Many sweet dreams. And an awesome tomorrow. Until we meet again.